Hello and welcome to my first impressions of the Asterisk War. I actually went into this series pretty much blind. I didn't read anything about it. I didn't even end up reading a synopsis. I just saw that it was on Crunchyroll. I liked the look of the picture and I thought, why not? The story is set in a world where a meteor storm wiped out many of Earth's major cities. The remnants of humanity analysed these meteors and found that they contained an element which allowed humans to evolve and gain superhuman abilities. In one of Earth's newly formed cities called Asterisk, 6 schools are battling for supremacy. Ayato, a powerful young man, ends up getting a scholarship at one of these schools in order to find his lost sister. This show starts off really bad. In one of the first scenes, Ayato sees his handkerchief falling from this window. When he attempts to give it back, he walks in on this girl undressing. Now, I'm sure that you're all thinking that the next thing that's going to happen is that she's going to get mad and end up beating him up, but no. She's actually quite grateful and ends up thanking him for bringing back her precious handkerchief. And then she proceeds to get mad and beat him up. This is not a good way to have your main characters meet. It's been done so many times in the past. If you want to get me interested in your show, you're going to have to come up with something more original. Unfortunately, that's not the only unoriginal scene in this show. Later on in the episode, Ayato ends up falling on the girl and touching her breasts. And the cliches just kept on coming. When I found out that one of the female students at the school was Ayato's childhood friend, I could not groan loud enough. These opening scenes put a really bitter taste in my mouth. While I tried to be objective when watching this show, I had definitely become negatively biased at this point. And the characters didn't help either. Ayato is your standard nice guy who has girls falling all over him even though he's bland and uninteresting. The only thing I really liked about Ayato is his drive to find his lost sister. Now, while the lost sibling trope has also been done tons of times in the past, I actually really liked it here because it adds to the story. It's not just in there to set up some lame gag or to pander to a specific audience. Clichés don't necessarily have to be a bad thing. If you use them correctly and put effort in, they can actually work with your show. Euless, who's the girl that Ayato met at the beginning of the show, is also pretty bland as she's your standard tsundere. She may become more developed later on, but at this point, there's nothing to set her apart from all the other tsunderes that I've seen in the past. And this is the same for pretty much all the characters in this show. You could point to a ton of other anime that do these same characters much better. Now, I know at this point there might be some guy out there that's saying, well, this is a harem anime. What did you expect? There are 2 points I'd like to bring up against that argument. Firstly, just because it's a harem doesn't mean that it's automatically going to be bad. I love canon. I love Amagami SS. You can make a good harem anime. It is totally possible. And secondly, just because it's a harem doesn't mean it's exempt from any criticism. Bland writing is bland writing. It doesn't matter what kind of show it's in. We shouldn't go in with these low expectations of a show just because it's a harem. We should always set the bar high and expect a show to be good no matter what it is. Now, moving on from all that negativity, there is one positive aspect of this show that I really want to talk about, and that is the action. The action scenes are done really well here. There's a ton of flashy effects and the animation is pretty good as well. Some of the few times that I found myself enjoying this show was during these action scenes. So overall, I am not going to be continuing to watch this show, and this is the last time I'm ever going into an anime blind. Now, if you thought that this show actually sounded interesting, you could watch it legally over on Crunchyroll. So anyway, thank you very much to everybody who watched this video. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment. If you like this video and want to see more, feel free to subscribe as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.